to my channel. My name is Paige and today I'm so excited. Okay, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but any and all holiday content just makes your girl's heart pitter patter, and I'm just so excited about today's video. So back in the fall, I started doing this sort of decorate planning with me kind of video. I always love sharing this with you, and I have shared it with you in like other ways and in vlog form or whatever, but I've kind of shown you my planning process before. I found that doing a like sitting down, chatting with y'all, sharing ideas about what I'm thinking, some other ideas if you are like stuck between two themes or you want to further your idea a little bit further along. I love being able to gather ideas, hi Rosie, gather ideas and share these things with y'all. It is just like a love of mine and heifer. It is just a huge love of mine, and I love being able to share this with y'all, and it made my decorating process go way smoother. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but my fall decorate with me I thought was way more productive than any of my other decorate with me before, because I had a really thorough plan that I had thought out and I talked to y'all about, and that's what we're going to do with Christmas. I have put together a board of nothing but Christmas ideas for y'all, and I have put everything in categories, so regardless of what your theme is this year, I try to make sure I hit every single one of them. So the way we're going to do this, I'm going to put a little timestamp right here, so if there is a particular theme that you want to look at further, or if it goes along with your theme, you'll be able to go exactly to that part of this video if you don't want to watch the whole thing. But if you want to sit and chat with me for the whole thing, you most certainly can, and I'm going to save what I will be doing this year towards the end. So whatever you want to go watch, you can do that now. I've chosen 11 different themes to tap into and really dig deep and try to find some really unique ways of bringing these ideas to life. So the first one is retro. I love retro, sort of like nostalgic vintage Christmas. I think it is really fun and it really brings back all those, you know, childhood memories. I've learned that in my looking, calling it mid-century modern Christmas, so not so much like retro or vintage, that's what they're calling it. So if you're looking for some ideas, look that up. Really think that silver tinsel tree kind of vibe with the shiny vibrant color ornaments. Oh my gosh, so cool. And all of the Santa faces and that really old school Rudolph kind of thing. Hobby Lobby had a lot of the stuff, so if you're going with that, I would definitely check out Hobby Lobby. Next we have boho vibe. This one is something that I loved. I fell in love with this last year, but I was like, man, I just don't think this is for me. I feel like if I would have been single and in my own place, like in an apartment or something, this would have been my vibe, because I love it. I think it's girly, but it's cozy. And yeah, you can do this even if you got a husband. I mean, whatever, but I know that Cody would not have wanted some of this stuff. What makes this really boho appropriate is the mixture of textures. So you got some crocheted elements, you have garlands, you can do like clusters of different trees, you can do bottle brush ones, you can do mirrored ones. Lots of layers is what I'm seeing a lot of in all of these, and mixed match stockings is really cute. I want to say that Urban Outfitters was the one that had like a lot of this theme kind of stuff last year. I don't know if they'll have it again this year, but that would be where I would start. Buffalo check. This is something that I think can be slightly overdone at this point, because I feel like y'all went ham on buffalo check over the last few years. Now I did do buffalo check on my Christmas tree maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember. I'm sure some of you will remember and tell me. But I do think if it's done in a certain way, it still looks really good and it still screams Christmas to me. I am a huge fan of mixing buffalo check and plaid together, and there's so many visual references that you can find on Pinterest that will help you figure out how to mix and match. And I love the ones that even go as far as mixing polka dots and burlaps and just different patterns and textures in with that. I think it looks really good. I really love the buffalo check when people decide to add in like the red, because most of the time buffalo check is that black and white checker print, but when they also mix in the red and black and then you mix in some berries, oh my gosh, it just looks so good. This next theme is kind of similar to that buffalo check, but it is the farmhouse rustic theme. Now you of course can incorporate some kind of plaids or checkered print or whatever within that farmhouse. But really what makes the farmhouse farmhousey is the wood tones. You're bringing in the wood, you are bringing in some like sleigh elements and some natural things. So you're bringing in some twigs, you're showing some logs, you're putting some wooden ornaments on your tree. I have noticed that with a lot of the farmhouse rusticiness, they're either the more natural route, so you have the greens browns theme, or you're doing like browns, reds, whites kind of thing. Either way will lean towards farmhouse. It's just you need the coziness. Farmhouse is also like super cozy, so you bring out a fur blanket. I'm looking at one right here, or some texture, some leather. My house is almost borderline farmhouse rusticy. Borderline, we're not full blown. If you have watched my Christmas home tours and decorate with me's before in the past, you know that I like to stick with classic colors. And by that I mean red. So to me, classic Christmas is red, and green too, but really predominantly red is classic to me. And I have compiled a section for just classic Christmas, just the screams Christmas to me. And I feel like if you just put red, if your predominant color in your decoration is red, it is just going to scream Christmas. It's so classic. I love seeing a mixture of red and white or red and green, but really anything where the color is predominantly red, and you can mix in some like red plaid, that tartan print, or the red buffalo check. You can turn that into anything classic. Red velvet screams classic Christmas, especially if you mix a little gold in. I know glitz and glam is really popular, especially in like the social media world. At least that's what I see a lot of it. That's just not my style, but I love seeing it. And I do have a really close friend of mine. It is her style, and she does a really good job at it. It's just so, it screams femininity to me, and in class, it just looks so good. And I love the fact that when you go glitz and glam, of course you're going to be using like more glass ornaments and incorporating more sparkle. And anytime you do that with a Christmas tree, of course the lights are going to reflect off of anything shiny that's on that tree, and it just makes the room just feel so much more grand. So if you want, that's a tip that I have for you. If you want to make a room just feel more, what the word be, opulent, put some mirrors or some kind of mirrored ornaments on your tree, just something that will help reflect light. It is just going to just seem much more grand than what it actually is. That's why I think glitz and glam is just so fantastic, because you can get all these really cool glass ornaments, like the little chandelier kind of ornaments. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Winter Wonderland. Just think all white, like snow just fell on everything. No other color will be the star here. White and glitter pretty much is your star. So you can incorporate some gold in this, but to stay on the cold side, I would go silver, because gold is going to give you that warmth, and with Winter Wonderland you're thinking icy cold, and so I'm going cool tones. So I would go silver here, and you can literally just do white and silver all over your house. You can also incorporate a little bit of like a white or like a lightened wood tone throughout, because that will give you the look of something outside that snow has fallen on it, like tree bark or something, and it's going to give you that natural element but still giving you that wintry vibe. Ooh girl, so good. I think this looks really cute, especially when people do little like all white houses and do like a little Christmassy scene and there's snow on the bottom. My mama always did. That screams nostalgic Christmas to me too. It's like a Christmas village, and she would do like the snow on the bottom, and they would all have the little lights in them, and it'd have little people out. Oh, I love it. You can really do that with a lot of these themes, but you just have to change up the style of the houses to make it work with the theme that you got. This bright red and green theme screams Christmas to me, and I really think that this has a childlike touch on it, because it's really whimsical. At least what I chose in the bright and red green theme, I think is really whimsical. It screams Grinch, it screams Whoville. So of course my mind automatically goes to you know, childlike things. You can mature it up a little bit. I have seen some people do, I think it's called houndstooth print in within it. Clearly you can put whatever neutral if you end up picking like a black and white print to go along with that red and green, it'll really make it pop and make it look a little bit different depending on like the style that you go with. You can class it up a little bit so it's not so like kid friendly. Last theme, this theme is what I actually did last year, and my whole thought process for this theme last year, and I think it's going to be really popular this year. I've already started noticing it, especially within like what some stores are selling. I think a lot of people are going to lean this way, so I'm really glad I've done it last year and not this year. It is really just green tones, so imagine eucalyptus, lamb's ear, boxwood, all of those different greenery pieces. I literally put that, I'm going to put my Christmas tour from last year. I literally bought all the green picks ever in the world. And when I say green, I don't mean like lime green. I literally mean like leafy green that you could use in the spring kind of sprigs. I literally put that all throughout my tree. And I had these green velvet ornaments, and I did like really natural toned ornaments, and that was it. Very natural, outdoorsy, winter vibes is what I was going for, because I had just had a baby and I was like, well, I really don't want to do a whole lot. That was my first thought process. I was actually very close to having naked trees last year, and which just means, you know, just the tree with lights on it, no ornaments. Very close to doing that, especially when you have a flock tree. It's easy to do that because the tree is already beautiful in its own, especially if you just get a really pretty tree. And I will link both my trees down below. One is 6 foot, one's 7, I think. I'll link both of those. And I also bought some Christmas lights that I'm really excited about using on top of the lights that are already on my trees, because I do buy the pre-lit ones, but I did buy extra lights that twinkle, and I'm really excited about that. So I will link those down below too. It is beautiful, but like I said, I did it last year and I wanted my red back. Speaking of that, let's get into how I'm going to be decorating our home. What I'm calling the theme in the main part of our house is a twist on tradition, because like I said, I just love me some traditional Christmas, which is why I had to throw on my little Christmas plaid flannel. This just screams Christmas to me, and as much as I loved that simple green that I did last year, it has absolutely nothing on my red. I love the red. I love the red crispy velvet. I don't even know why I just say crispy, but it's like, it's luxurious and it has that little bit of sheen to it. But I also want to put my twist on it where it's not so traditional that it's like stuffy, if that makes sense. Like I want it to be super comfortable and have a little edge to it and a little bit modern, so I call it a twist on tradition. So my plan is, of course, to incorporate furs. I love the look of this, especially. I love the leopard blue and the plaid there with that fur around that plaid. I'm pretty sure I have a pillow that looks just like that. Not just sticking within the traditional, my twist on it is also going to be that I am incorporating blue. So that blue tone that you see within that tartan Christmas print, that plaid, kind of like what I have on now, you can see that little bit of blue in there. And it is not this bright blue that I have here. It is this blue that you see here in this room. And this room, I fell in love with this room last year. I seen this picture on Pinterest and I fell absolutely head over heels in love with the blue and then that bright pop of red. I loved it. And I had already started planning out my Christmas at that point, and I was like, well, shoot, I'll do it next year. I'll do it next year. And I thought about it and thought about it. I've literally thought about it since I seen it last year, and I'm just so excited. So this picture right here was my inspiration for this year, and then I just dug more and deeper into it. I absolutely love it. I was so adamant about finding all the matte gold because I had like really shiny, glittery, like beaded out gold things, but I wanted that matte regal gold, and I cannot wait to show y'all the things that I found. Most of the things I found this year were from Hobby Lobby. I actually didn't have to buy a whole lot for our tree because I've used red every single year except last year. So I have a ton of red to choose from, but I just needed a few pops of the blue, and Hobby Lobby was the place for me to find that blue because it's not navy and it's not like a bright cobalt blue or like a Duke blue, Carolina blue. It's not any of those blues. It's like a really weird blue that's hard to find. But I was able to find it at Hobby Lobby, so if you're looking for it too, check there. But I also was able to find that matte gold garland. So, oh my god, I'm so excited to show y'all. I think what I'm even more so excited about is Mila's playroom. So I have done 2 trees for the past 2 years. Last year they sort of mirrored one another. They were different, but they were still both the same simple green. And then the year before that I did like a classic sort of rustic tree on that one. This year for that tree I'm thinking merry and bright. I have wanted to do this since well before I was ever pregnant with Mila. I always told Cody that when we had kids, I want to do them their own little like candy, colorful, like Christmas threw up on it tree. Like, I have waited for this moment for so long, and I'm so excited to be able to do that this year. So think Whoville, Candyland, Gingerbread Man, Santa and his reindeer, like all the things will literally be in that playroom. So the color scheme for that, if it's not clear, is going to be like fuchsias, lighter pinks, blues, turquoise, I think probably some yellows, definitely red, white, green, practically all the colors of the rainbow. I have rainbow ornaments because she's a rainbow baby. I have so many things that I have been collecting. Walmart really knocked it out of the park this year with that theme of stuff. I went in and they have so many 98-cent ornaments that perfectly fit. They had cupcakes, ice cream cones, little gingerbread men, donuts, like all those little colorful things. I got so many of those for her tree, all kinds of stuff. I got her a specialty bow made at a local boutique. Like, I'm just so excited. I do want to walk you into my office really quickly. For those of you that have waited this long and went through all the planning with me, I want to take you to my office, and because that's where I've been hoarding all my Christmas stuff, and just show you just a few things just to hold you off until we get ready to do our decorate with me video. Because if you're just excited as I am to get this holiday season rolling, I think you'll enjoy this part. I do want to share this because they're going to get gone pretty quickly, and Walmart has tree collars this year. This one was $19.98, and I have been keeping my eyes on one of these for like so long now, and this is the cheapest I've ever seen it. So this will be going on our tree because it has that sort of gold tone to it. Here are the ribbons for my tree. I wanted to show you a little bit closer view of the blue that I was referring to. Not really, it's not navy, it's lighter than navy, and it's darker than like a normal cobalt blue. Here's that Christmas plaid and Santa. I do also have the classic red velvet to go along with those as well, but I also have one more that I want to get to make my bow for the tree topper. And I will show you Mila's bow that I was talking about. I had Mila's bow made. If you have any like local like Christmas stores and stuff near you, that will be the place that I would recommend. So this is going to give you a better idea of Mila's tree theme. You can see the little ribbon throughout the bow. That's what I need to get for mine. I typically make my bow, but like I said, this ribbon was hard to find. This is more like boutique style ribbon, especially this pink with the fur on the ends. That's hard to find. And then the gingerbread man, and this one. Isn't this pretty? Just a few things for Mila's tree. This is one of the mini peaks that will be going into her tree. Here's something that will be going in the room. Here's another look at that blue that I'm talking about for our tree. I got 2 different size packs of those, and I'm really excited about these ornaments that I got at Hobby Lobby. Last thing that I wanted to show you, I was talking about the gold, matte gold garland that I got. This will of course go on the tree, but this was at Hobby Lobby. I cannot wait to show you how I plan on using this, and it was very affordable. It's $12.99 for a 6-foot piece. $12.99 for a 6-foot piece. And you can obviously cut this in places throughout the tree, or you can get multiples, and it's half off right now. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope you got some inspiration from this. Do something for me. Leave a comment down below letting me know the theme that you're planning for, whether you have multiple themes or whatever it is. Let me know down below in the comments, and if there's something that you're really excited about being able to decorate this year, you can let me know that down below as well. I'm so excited for this Christmas season, y'all. I can't wait to do 12 days of Vlogmas. All the things, but I love y'all. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Merry Christmas!